Today we are going to learn Reach for the Top, Part 1. Santosh Yadav. Santosh Yadav was born in a small village in Haryana, India. In her family, most people hoped for baby boys, not girls. But when Santosh was about to be born, her grandmother asked a kind holy man for a daughter, which surprised him. He blessed the family, and Santosh was born. She was the only girl among 5 older brothers. Meaning of holy man is a religious person. Her name, Santosh, means contentment, which means being happy with what you have. But Santosh was not happy with the old, traditional way of life in her village. She wanted to live on her own terms, meaning she wanted to live in her own way, not following old rules. For example, other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, but Santosh liked to wear shorts. She believed that if she chose a good and rational path, which means a sensible and logical way, then others should change to understand her, not her changing for them. Santosh's parents were affluent landowners, which means they were rich people who owned a lot of land. They could afford to send their children to the best schools. But in line with the prevailing custom in their family, which means following the usual family traditions, Santosh had to make do with the simple local village school. This means she had to manage with what was available, even if it wasn't the best. When Santosh turned 16, most girls in her village were getting married. But marriage was the last thing on her mind, meaning it was something she did not want at all. She told her parents she would not marry until she got a proper education. She bravely left home and enrolled in a school in Delhi. This means she joined the school. When her parents said they would not pay for her studies, she told them she would work part-time to earn money. After hearing her strong will, her parents finally agreed to pay for her education. After finishing high school, Santosh went to Jaipur and lived in Kasturba Hostel, which is a place where students live. From her hostel room, she could see the Aravalli Hills, which are a range of mountains. She often watched villagers climbing up the hills and then disappearing. One day, she decided to see what was there on top. She found some mountaineers, who are people who climb mountains, and asked them if she could join them. They said yes, in the affirmative, meaning they said yes and motivated her, which means they encouraged her to climb. From that day on, there was no looking back for Santosh, meaning she continued to move forward without stopping or regretting. She saved money and joined a special climbing course at Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, which is a school for learning mountain climbing. She went straight to the training without going home first, and even had to write a letter saying sorry to her father. After that, she went on a mountain expedition every year. An expedition is a journey taken for a special purpose, like climbing a mountain. Santosh became very good at climbing. Her skills matured rapidly, which means she quickly became better and stronger. She could handle very cold weather and high places really well. She had an iron will, which means she had a very strong determination. She also had great physical endurance, meaning the ability to do physical things for a long time, and amazing mental toughness, which means being strong in her mind. Which means being the best moment of her hard work, called the culmination, came in 1992. When she was just 20 years old, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest, which means she climbed Mount Everest. She became the youngest woman in the world to achieve this amazing feat, which means a difficult act or achievement. Her teachers and fellow climbers were very impressed by her skills and strength. But what made her truly special was her concern for others, meaning she cared about other people. During her Everest trip in 1992, she tried to help a climber who was dying at a place called the South Col on Mount Everest, but she couldn't save him. However, she did save another climber, Mohan Singh, by sharing her oxygen with him. This showed her kindness. Just 1 year later, she joined an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition, which was a climbing trip with women from India and Nepal. She scaled the Everest a second time, meaning she climbed Mount Everest 2 times. This made her the only woman to climb Everest twice. This great achievement gave her and India a special place in the annals of mountaineering, which is the history of mountain climbing. The Indian government gave her a very high award called the Padma Shri. This means the award was bestowed upon her. When Santosh was standing on top of the world, she said it took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink in. This means she had to truly understand and feel how important and big that moment was. Then she unfurled the Indian tricolor, meaning she opened and showed the Indian flag and held it aloft high up on the very top of Mount Everest. She said the feeling was indescribable, meaning she couldn't put it into words. It was a very deep and meaningful experience, a spiritual moment, and she felt extremely proud to be an Indian. Santosh is also a fervent environmentalist, which means someone who strongly cares about nature and the environment, and she helped bring down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. Part 2. Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova is a girl from Russia. She quickly became the best woman tennis player in the world, reaching the summit of women's tennis when she was only 18 years old. This means she reached the top position in women's tennis. Maria has something disarming about her, which means she makes you feel friendly and takes away your suspicions. This calm and friendly way is at odds with her big smile and glamorous attire, meaning it is in contrast to her attractive and exciting clothes. She became world #1 in almost no time, meaning very quickly. She was poised beyond her years, which means she was more calm, confident, and in control than most people her age. She reached the pinnacle, which is the highest point of achievement in just 4 years as a professional player. Her very fast rise to the top called her rapid ascent in the fiercely competitive world of tennis, where everyone tries very hard to win, started with a big sacrifice. A sacrifice is giving up something important for a bigger goal. When she was not even 10 years old, she was packed off to the United States. This means she was sent away. This trip launched her on the path to success, meaning it started her on the way. But it was very heart-wrenching for her, meaning it caused strong feelings of sadness because she was separated from her mother for 2 years. Her mother was compelled to stay back in Russia, meaning she was forced to remain because of visa restrictions, which are rules about who can enter a country. Maria learned that becoming excellent in tennis or achieving tennis excellence would come at a high cost. Maria felt very lonely and missed her mother a lot. Her father worked very hard to earn money for her training, so he couldn't visit her often. When she was young, she had to go to bed early, but older tennis students would often wake her up and make her clean the room. Instead of feeling sad or giving up, she became stronger in her mind, becoming more mentally tough. She learned to take care of herself and never thought of quitting, meaning giving up. She said she would have gone through even more humiliation and insults, meaning being made to feel ashamed and being spoken to rudely, to steadfastly pursue her dream, which means to strongly and firmly work towards her dream. This mental toughness helped her a lot in her tennis career. She won the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004, meaning she won the main women's tennis prize at Wimbledon. After that, she had a meteoric rise, which means a very sudden and fast rise to success, and became world #1 the very next year. Even though her story touched many hearts, Maria shows no room for sentiment, meaning she does not allow feelings to get in the way of her goals. She is very clear that all her sacrifices were worth it. She is very competitive, meaning she wants to win against others, and works very hard. This is her mantra for success, a saying or principle that guides her to success. Even though she speaks with a pronounced American accent, meaning she speaks with a very clear American way of talking, she is very proud of her Russian nationality. She said her blood is totally Russian, and she would play for Russia in the Olympics. Like other teenage sensations, who are very popular and talented teenagers, her hobbies include fashion, singing, and dancing. She loves reading detective books. She likes to wear sophisticated evening gowns, which are fancy and elegant dresses for evenings. This is at odds with her love for simple pancakes with chocolate and fizzy orange drinks. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized, meaning she cannot be put into a small box or group because she is unique. Her talent, her unwavering desire to succeed, meaning a very strong and steady wish to win, and her readiness to sacrifice, meaning being willing to give up things, have made her a top player. People would not grudge her the riches she is now reaping. This means people would not feel unhappy about her wealth, as she is getting the rewards of her hard work. She says that money is a motivation, and tennis is a business and a sport. But the most important thing for her is to be #1 in the world. That dream kept her going. The lesson learned. This chapter teaches us that to reach the top in anything you want to do, you need to be very determined, work incredibly hard, and be ready to give up some things for your goal. Both Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova showed amazing strength of mind, a very strong will, and a clear goal. These qualities helped them overcome all their difficulties and achieve their big dreams.